Well, the Gamecocks women's basketball team have finally punched that ticket. They made history on yesterday up in Greensboro, North Carolina, taking care of Florida State. Matter of fact, they're one win away from being the ACC champions. Never mind the national championship, because they got Notre Dame on the docket next and took care of North Carolina. Then it was Florida State, by the way, and of course early on Syracuse, all of the ACC, and now Notre Dame is next. They will travel down to Tampa, where they'll be a part of the Final Four the first time in history. Dawn Staley talked about setting the lofty goals, and A.J. Wilson said their work is not done yet.
You need to put it out there. You need to put a lofty goal out there for our players who to achieve. And once they focused in on it, they were determined.
It's a blessing. It's amazing, kind of finally getting to Tampa and getting to the Final Four. And just this program has been through so much, and so this is something that we deserve. We worked hard for it. So it's a great feeling. We're not done yet. We're really not, but I think we're on our way.
While the women Gamecocks were taking care of business up in Greensboro, South Carolina baseball team was taking on Georgia. They're 19-9 overall, now 5-4 in the SEC. They get a win on yesterday, 8-5 over Georgia. Of course, back-to-back losing series for the Gamecocks in the SEC. Even though they got the win on yesterday, Chet Holbrook says something folks say often: they're not really popping bottles just yet.
I'm not sitting up here ready to pop a champagne bottle. We won today, and you have to take it one game at a time in this league. It's one of 30, and so I'm happy with today's performance, but I'm nowhere near happy with the results of the weekend. My team is trying to get a little momentum back, and nothing makes you feel a little bit better about yourself than winning a game, and hopefully we can build upon this win.
Also this weekend, there's a little scrimmaging going on out at Williams-Brice Stadium. Of course, was not open to the public because of all the construction out there, but they had their first scrimmage of the season. And again, we are focusing a lot on basically the quarterbacks and the defense, and new defensive coordinator John Hoke, and he was asked at the practice about his defense and how they are progressing.
I knew they had good players when I got here, so I think the defensive end that's new here, Marcavius Lewis, he's done a nice job. He jumps out, and the linebacker group's a good group. The whole group's really done a good job overall. We're always going to be about assignment, alignment, technique, and key, and those four things are going to drive us. And so we just want to make sure we understand what we're doing, what our alignment's going to be, what our technique is, and then how well we can read our key.
We'll take a ride to the upstate where the Clemson Tigers are also getting some work in this spring, and they have been without their star quarterback, Deshaun Watson. He's at practice getting the mental reps, as they like to call it, but no physical reps. And of course, a guy by the name of Nick Schuessler was being the quarterback at the #1 position right now. I know a lot of you saying, Corey, who was that? Never heard of him. Well, you heard of Deshaun Watson. He's going to be the starter. Dabo saying his rehab and his progress are coming along very nicely.
Once we get back going in summer one, he'll be able to do all the skill and drill stuff. Obviously, we're not tackling people or having football practice in the summer, but we are doing skills and drills, and he'll be able to do all that stuff. And they'll have a plan as far as his weightlifting and all that. But he looks great. He looks great.
All right, some good football action. Miss all the baseball and the basketball and the Final Four. All that stuff is awesome. I got to get some football in there just for you. Well, coming up later on in sports, Brian Hand of Spurs and Feathers will join me on the couch. We'll break down South Carolina's baseball team and their series against Georgia didn't go so well. Back-to-back series losses for the Gamecocks, and now the Citadel. They'll take a drive down to Charleston to take on those guys. We'll talk about that with him. So stay tuned. Watch Fox News at 10. We'll be right back.